Navigating tariff terrain. The impact of importer security filing on trade tariffs and trade agreements. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the impact of importer security filing on trade tariffs and trade agreements. Customs valuation and classification. ISF influences customs valuation and classification processes, affecting the determination of trade tariffs and ensuring compliance with tariff schedules specified in trade agreements. Rules of origin verification. ISF data may be used for verifying compliance with rules of origin requirements specified in trade agreements, ensuring that imported goods qualify for preferential tariff treatment based on their origin. Tariff rate quotas management. ISF supports the management of tariff rate quotas by providing advance information about imported goods, enabling customs authorities to monitor quota utilization and enforce tariff rate controls. Non-tariff barrier identification. ISF data analysis enables the identification of non-tariff barriers to trade, such as administrative burdens or procedural complexities, which may impact the implementation of trade agreements and hinder trade flows. Customs compliance verification. ISF compliance verification procedures help ensure adherence to customs regulations and trade agreement provisions, mitigating the risk of tariff disputes or non-compliance penalties. Tariff harmonization and standardization. ISF promotes tariff harmonization and standardization by facilitating the accurate classification of imported goods, aligning with international standards and best practices specified in trade agreements. Dispute resolution support. ISF documentation and data may serve as evidence in dispute resolution proceedings related to tariff classification, valuation, or origin determination, supporting the resolution of trade disputes under trade agreements. Tariff evasion detection. ISF data analysis helps detect instances of tariff evasion or circumvention of trade agreement provisions, enabling customs authorities to take enforcement actions to protect domestic industries and revenue. Risk-based inspection prioritization. ISF supports risk-based inspection prioritization by providing advance information about imported goods, allowing customs authorities to focus resources on high-risk shipments or sectors potentially non-compliant with trade agreements. Cross-border trade documentation standardization. ISF promotes standardization of cross-border trade documentation, reducing discrepancies or errors that may lead to delays or non-compliance with trade agreement requirements. Tariff impact assessment. ISF data analysis enables the assessment of the impact of trade tariffs on import volumes, pricing strategies, and market competitiveness, informing trade policy decisions and negotiations for future trade agreements. Trade agreement negotiation considerations. ISF insights into trade flows, customs procedures, and compliance challenges inform policymakers' considerations during trade agreement negotiations, shaping the terms and provisions related to tariffs and customs procedures. Tariff quota administration. ISF supports the administration of tariff quotas by providing visibility into quota utilization rates, facilitating quota allocation decisions, and ensuring compliance with trade agreement provisions. Customs cooperation under trade agreements. ISF fosters customs cooperation and information exchange between trading partners, promoting mutual recognition of customs procedures and facilitating trade under trade agreements. Supply chain transparency enhancement. ISF enhances supply chain transparency by documenting the movement of goods and ensuring compliance with customs procedures specified in trade agreements, fostering trust and reliability in cross-border trade. Trade Facilitation Committee engagement. ISF stakeholders' engagement in trade facilitation committees or working groups allows for the discussion of ISF-related challenges, solutions, and best practices to enhance the implementation of trade agreements. Capacity building for trade agreement compliance. ISF training and capacity building programs assist stakeholders in understanding and complying with trade agreement provisions, including tariff-related obligations, contributing to effective implementation and utilization of trade agreements. Customs modernization and trade agreement alignment. ISF implementation drives customs modernization efforts to align with trade agreement provisions, enhancing trade facilitation and compliance capabilities to support economic integration and competitiveness. Trade data analysis for policy formulation. ISF data analysis provides policymakers with insights into trade patterns, tariff impacts, and compliance challenges, informing evidence-based policy formulation and evaluation of trade agreements' effectiveness. Border infrastructure investment prioritization. ISF insights into trade volumes, compliance risks, and customs clearance efficiency inform policymakers' decisions on prioritizing investments in border infrastructure to support trade agreement implementation and facilitation. Public-private sector collaboration for trade agreement implementation. ISF stakeholders' collaboration facilitates public-private sector dialogue and cooperation in addressing trade agreement implementation challenges, fostering a conducive environment for trade and investment. Importer security filing, ISF, plays a pivotal role in shaping trade tariffs and trade agreements by influencing customs procedures, regulatory compliance, and trade facilitation measures. By ensuring transparency, standardization, and compliance with trade agreement provisions, ISF contributes to the effective implementation and utilization of trade agreements, fostering economic integration, and promoting sustainable development. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more informative content on customs brokerage services and international trade practices.